People get ready, for the train is coming. Don't need no baggage, just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Welcome, viewing audience and listening audience, to the People Get Ready podcast with the legendary political guru, Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr. from Bibb's Record Shop. Today, we will begin our program with 3 quotes, 2 from Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and we will announce the third one. The one is, there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe nor politics nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. The second one is that it may well be that we will have to repent in this generation, not merely for the neurotic words and the violent actions of the bad people, but for the appalling silence and indifference of the good people who sit around and say, wait on time. And we know those quotes are very relevant for today's time, where we need our political leaders and civic leaders to speak out against situations that's happening in our community today, such as the closing of the St. Vincent Charity Hospital and also the Elijah Bryant Nursing Home. We need those political leaders to come out and speak out against that. Also, we have our third quote comes from Congressman William Bill Clay from St. Louis, Missouri, which quote, no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, just permanent interests. You may say to yourself, I need a business opportunity. I've been waiting on the business opportunity. For now is the time for you. You don't have to wait any longer. You can get with the Bibb's Business Opportunity Grand Opening. I said the Bibb Business Opportunity Mall Grand Opening. You can begin by joining Snap Delivery today. Join Snap Delivery. Why? Because Snap has added these very four situations here. Employee Retention Tax Credit Program, that's one. The ERC refund, and they have $1.9 trillion. Did I say $1.9 trillion? Yes, $1.9 trillion that you can get. You can receive that money if you are qualified as a business that qualifies for this funds. You can receive up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. You can get that now. If you qualify as a if you qualify as a business in the United States or as a nonprofit organization in the United States, you can get qualified for a federal tax refund check. And also, we have a brand new business opportunity for you. Brand new health wellness products by Daily Choice. The Amazon of MLM, health and wellness, Fuel X, cryptocurrency, and travel. For complete information, see website at www.mydaily.com/CEBIBBSR. Do that today. The grand opening luncheon will be held on Saturday, January 7th, 2023. No charge. And it starts at 2 p.m. Where is it going to be held at? It's going to be held at Channel Park, 17325 Euclid Avenue, the London Road, Suite 2011, Cleveland. For further information, contact Charles E. Bibb Sr. Must RSVP to Sharon Pittman, and her telephone number is 216 216-379-8911. Call Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr. office also at 216-681-1469 or Mr. Bibb's mobile phone at 216-659-4619. And we have an awesome show for you today. We have a lot of great information. We want to inform you and empower you today. And we have with us the man himself, the president and CEO of People Get Ready podcast, in the person of Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr., the political guru, Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr. Take it away, Mr. Bibbs.
All right, Reverend Ben Fair, you're awesome as usual.
Yes,
but
sir.
you come back with your brand new 2023 flavor, and you're on fire.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. In fact, you made it easy for me to introduce today's show, saying we're going to be star-filled program tonight. And starting off with the superstar, the Reverend Ben Fair has some information for us. Reverend Ben Fair?
Yes, sir.
Would you share your information that you have for us?
Okay. Information that I have today, we will start with interesting information about Mr. George Santos. Some of you might know him, some of you may not know him, but here's information about Mr. George Santos. We have to consider resigning. He have to consider resigning, says retirement Republican Kevin Bradley. Republican Kevin Bradley of Texas said Sunday that Representative-elect George Santos, a Republican from New York City, should consider resigning after he admitted that he had fabricated and embellished several claims about his background involving his education and work history. Santos, who made LGBTQ political history when he won the race in New York City 3rd Congressional District in November, is set to be sworn in Tuesday when the new Congress begins. Despite increasing calls by Democrats and some GOP officials for Santos to resign or not be sworn in, the House Republican leaders has remained silent. Wow. Bradley, who is a retiring congressman, said in an interview on Fox News Sunday that Santos would need to take some huge steps to regain public trust. This is troubling in so many ways. Certainly, he's lied repeatedly, Bradley said. He certainly is going to have to consider resigning. However, Bradley says Santos could redeem himself by owning up to his missteps. We're a country of second choices, really, Bradley said. And when you own up to this, then we do what it takes to earn respect and trust. You know, we're willing to do that. So I'm hopeful, he will choose the right path. Bradley said a decision about whether Santos steps down is one to be made between he and the voters who elected him. New York Times published a bombshell investigation last month that said it was unable to substantiate many of Santos' alleged qualifications, such as that he had worked for Goldman Sachs and Citigroup and had graduated from Buck College. Federal prosecutors in New York have opened an investigation into Santos over his congressional campaign. Two sources confirmed last week that prosecutors are examining Santos' finances, including potential irregularities involving financial disclosures and loans he made to his campaign as he was running for Congress. NBC News previously reported that the probe, which a spokesman for the prosecutors declined to comment on has not zeroed in on any one allegation yet. Santos is also being investigated by Nassau County District Attorney. While the focus of that probe is unclear, District Attorney Ann T. Donnelly, a Republican, said in a statement Wednesday that the numerous fabrications and inconsistencies associated with Congressman-elect Santos are nothing short of stunning. No one is above the law, and if a crime was committed in this country, we will prosecute it, Donnelly said. That's what's going on, Mr. Bibbs.
Well, I want to thank you, Reverend Ben Fair,
Yes,
for that
sir.
awesome report. And you're talking about an ongoing report. Your report on the congressman is ongoing.
Yes.
He was supposed to get sworn in yesterday. But later on in the show, we'll be telling you why he didn't get in sworn in yesterday, because nobody got sworn in yesterday, so they can't ask him to resign because he never got sworn in, and the United States House don't have a speaker, which is a part of our program today.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank you for the update. The congressman is still waiting for the vote for the new speaker for 2023. We'll be on standby to see what happens with that. Speaking of 2023, we're still waiting to hear from the city of Cleveland. Ward 7 recall petitions for the recall of the councilwoman in Ward 7, but we haven't heard anything as of today. But I'm sure by next Wednesday we will know exactly what's going on.
Yes,
And
sir.
we'll bring that up to you next week so our listening and viewing audience would know exactly what's going on in Cleveland Ward 7 with the newly elected councilwoman, not Congress this time, councilwoman from Cleveland Ward 7.
Stephanie
That is
House.
up to date on that. But we have some additional awesome information.
All right.
Oh, Miss Candace Jones has someone she's going to introduce us to. Miss Candace Jones?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Bibb, and good evening, listening and viewing audience. I'd like to introduce someone tonight who I want to introduce Emily Holliday. Emily is a community ambassador. She's a fellow Yucca resident. She is a Yucca Democratic Club first vice president. She is also one of the key resources that we had working at our Yucca Democratic Club campaign office this past election season in 2022 for 3 months from July to November, right before the general election. She was one of the key resources that helped to put together some of the canvassing efforts and postcard signings that we did to help push and get the voters out to vote. And Emily's here today to share some information with us regarding an event that's coming up on January 20th. So I want to turn it over to Emily. And Emily, if you can explain what this event is, what the objective of it is, and what is the group or the organization that's putting this event on. Emily Holliday, are you in the line? Are you in the house?
I am. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, yes, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I am one of the community ambassadors for the group that is now being called Faith Community United. It was formerly Vessels Votes. And we just worked together in the November election to do some community organizing and help to register vote and get the vote out and do all those sorts of things. We focused on mostly congregations in the East Cleveland neighborhoods, some in Warrensville Heights and some in the surrounding Cleveland area. What we are planning to do now is we're going to be expanding our efforts a little bit to have a year-long voter education efforts and also to include some community organizing efforts. We would like the congregations to become a little bit more involved with the communities and possibly do some community scans and organize to help work on some issues that the congregations may identify within their neighborhoods, such as some neighborhoods may be facing food insecurity or gun violence or any other issues that the congregations might identify that they would like to organize around. To sort of kick off that portion of our organizing, we are going to be having a MLK Faith Community United dinner on Friday, January 20th, that will start at 6:30. We will be having the Dr. Marvin McMickle speak. He's going to be our main speaker. And Dr. McMickle is the author of 15 books and dozens of articles that regularly appear in professional journals and magazines. His writing also appear in Feasting on the Word and Preaching God's Transforming Justice, 2 recent preaching commentaries. He is a member of the Martin Luther King Jr. International Board of Preachers at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, and has also served as a visiting professor of preaching at Yale University Divinity School. And he's going to be the main speaker at the dinner. We also are planning to invite some elected officials that are presiding over Cleveland and East Cleveland. And we would like, we hope that they will be in attendance as well. But basically the evening is just an evening of democracy, community, and justice in the spirit of MLK. There'll be music, invocation. We'll share a little bit of an overview of what Faith Community United is for some of the congregations or attendees that are not active members. And we're going to share a little bit more information about our November community organizing and what we want to do moving forward. And I think that's everything that we're going to be planning.
Thank you, Emily. I do have one question. Is this open to anyone to come? And if so, do they need to register for the event?
Yes. Well, yes, it is open to everyone. All are welcome. Anyone who is interested in, voter education, community organizing, anything that we've talked about, MLK, is welcome to join us. They can register or RSVP to me through my email, which is Emily, EMILY.holiday, HOLODY, and that's at yahoo.com. And also, I should say, the dinner itself is going to be held at Mount Sinai Friendship United Church, which is at 7510 Woodland Avenue in Cleveland.
Thank you. And I want to ask my other 2 colleagues that are here or on the line if they have any other questions they would like to ask you, Mr. Bibb or Reverend Fair.
Reverend Fair, go first.
I was going to say, this event, Ms. Holliday, is taking place on January 20th, right?
Correct. Yep. Friday, January 20th at 6:30.
Okay. And you guys are specialized in community development. And what should we be looking forward to as citizens of our community? What should we be looking forward to?
Yes. Well, it's actually not community development. It's community organizing that we're working on right now. And like I said, what we're hoping to do is that involved congregations will start to do some environmental scans and start to work to organize within their community to also include members of the community. And like, as I said, a lot of our congregations are inside of East Cleveland. So our first focus is to register people to vote, is to educate people on voter education, and just sort of get people to the polls. But what we want to continue those efforts, but also we're going to focus on a community issue that the congregations are going to find. We want it to be something that the community and the congregation is focused on. We don't want it to be something that we're telling them to focus on. So they may, like, as I said, they may focus on, some of the groups are focusing on food insecurity. Some of them are wanting to focus on gun violence. And then we're going to work with them and elected officials to organize around them and hopefully bring our efforts together to make change on the issue that the community has chosen.
Oh, great. That's fantastic. Okay, we look forward. Now, I have one more other question. Will you guys be having literature or like training afterwards? Is this going to be your last meeting, or will you be having other meetings for training?
Absolutely. No, this is just the beginning. This is sort of the kickoff of event. There is going to be continued training for people who are interested in becoming captains. And what they would do is become trained in voter education, in community organizing, and they would take that to their congregations. So we're going to have captains trainings. We're going to have just interested parties trainings. We're going to have a lot of trainings. This is just the beginning kickoff for all the stuff that we're hoping to do in the future.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks for
I
having
have
me.
a few. Yes, I have a few questions.
Oh, sure.
Would you give me the name of the organization again, please?
Yes, it is now being called Faith Community United. It is a branch of Vessels Votes.
A branch of who now?
Votes,
Say that again, please. A branch of.
Vessels Votes.
Vessels votes.
Okay. And the goal of the organization is to.
Well, it's for voter registration, voter education, community organizing.
Okay. Do you have a chairperson or president or CEO?
We Bishop Tony Minor is in charge of the organization, I would say. Pastor Gates and Pastor Hurst are also working with him. Those are the three main people. I don't know exactly.
Tony Minor and Reverend Gates and Reverend Hurst.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Do you have an office?
No.
Okay. Who are the elected officials working with you?
We are hoping that we will have County Executive Chris Ronayne there. And we will be inviting the other elected officials in the East Cleveland and Cleveland area. We're not sure if they will be attending or not, but we do plan to invite them.
Okay. Now you called 3 churches. Do you have any other churches? I know those ministers real good.
Yes. Yes, there is quite a pretty lengthy list of churches. There's about 20 churches that have come together within the organization. I could get you the list later, but yeah, there's about 20 active churches that are trying to work together in the organization right now.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yes.
Very, very good. And I will be there live and in living color for the
Good.
information
Awesome.
and to meet the group that's working. And I'm anxious to see the elected officials get in on this. You know as well as I, the turnout for November 8th was miserable.
Yes, it was.
So we have a lot of work to do. That's why I asked a lot of questions, because we can measure the progress for this coming November.
Absolutely.
Even though it won't be a statewide election, it'll be municipal, local elections. And I want to congratulate the group on coming together and doing this work. And as I said earlier, I'm familiar with all the players. And Reverend Dr. Marvin McMichael is very thorough, and he knows the operation of the community. And I'm glad to see you working in East Cleveland, because it is the lowest turnout city in the county of Cuyahoga County. So we'll be working closely with you
Awesome.
to help you as well. Anything that we can do to help you. We being the Bibb video podcast, people get ready. Just count us on as one of the people who will help you.
Awesome.
All right?
Thank you so much.
All right. Ms. Candace Jones, any more questions?
I don't have any more right now, but I just want to thank Emily for joining us here tonight and, sharing this information. This is such an important topic. And I'm going to share this with, I know, Emily, you were helping us get the voter education out before the last general election. And me and Sarita and Tanika, we had this Voter Ed for You group, so I'm going to share this information with them so they can attend as well.
That would be awesome. And Candace, if you think of any other questions, you know how to find me.
Yes, thank you.
Before you leave, I had something. I want to make clear, do you have to call in advance or sign up for anything to come?
You can RSVP to my email, or you can just also show up. But if you can RSVP to an email, it's emily.holody@yahoo.com.
Would you do that again? Because them being fair didn't get that.
Yep, no problem. emily.holody@yahoo.com.
Okay. And my good friend, the Bishop Tony Minor,
Yes.
making a request. Would you pass this on to him? I would like him to make a tape so we can show it on the show, since we have enough time.
Awesome.
And I'm sure our engineer department can work that out.
Awesome.
Okay?
I will let
Because I understand he has a conflict in time. The time that
Yeah.
we do our show, he has a conflict in time. But it would be nice if he could, and he could have someone else come on with him to do the tape, and we'll give him the same amount of time that you had.
Awesome.
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you very kindly.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank
you,
you.
Emily.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Miss Candace, that's good work coming out of Euclid, Ohio. And I'm glad to see this, because it's going to be an awesome year. You can tell what's going on in Washington, D.C. for the last 2 days. We're going to need all the help we can get, Reverend.
Yes, sir.
And so we look forward to that. And Miss Candace, have you heard from Dr. Gwen Jarvis?
She was having some challenges with RTA today, so she wasn't going to be able to make it here live. She was going to try to come on Zoom, but she has not joined yet.
All right.
But she had some information that she was going to share about a Zoom call tomorrow evening. I can share that information.
You have the information?
Yes.
Would you please share it, please?
Okay. So tomorrow evening, which is January 5th at 6:30 p.m., there will be a Zoom call hosted by Cuyahoga County Progressive Caucus. Discussions will be ongoing about the labor disputes with the city of Cleveland and the possibility of a strike. You will hear from Dan Chavez, who is the Teamsters Local 507, who is responsible for the snowblow and sanitation drivers, and Bobby Mandel, Laborers Local 860, who is the sanitation workers. You need to register for the event. Once you register for the event, then they will send you the link for the Zoom. For those of you that received the traffic, there is a link to register for that event within the traffic and the email that was sent out today. If you did not get the traffic and you would like to register, please give me a call and I can send you that link to be able to register for that event. It's tomorrow, Thursday, January 5th at 6:30 p.m. And again, it's hosted by the Cuyahoga County Progressive Caucus. It's a very important topic.
All right, there's some hot news coming out of the city of Cleveland. And I take it's open to the public, and we'll get a chance to hear about the dispute.
Right.
Very, very good. Thank you very kindly. And Dr. Jarvis can give us a follow-up next week on the
Right.
agenda on what happened on the Zoom call and give us an overview.
She's going to be on the Zoom call tomorrow.
Okay, that's very good, very good. Okay. We're getting ready to go to Detroit, Michigan. Whenever Cleveland hooks up with Detroit, Michigan, big things happen.
All right.
Detroit is so hot that they had to host a football game, Reverend.
Yes, sir.
Buffalo and Cleveland.
Uh-huh.
So you know we getting ready to do some business at the lower level.
All right.
For not the multimillionaires, just the thousandaires. All right. So my good friend is leading the expansion in the Midwest, Mr. James Panicus. Are you in the house?
Yes, I am. How are you doing, Mr. Bibb?
Doing great over here, enjoying this unusual warm weather. But on the side, I'm getting ready for the cold weather because you and I know it'll be coming.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
understand you got something that's going to make this weather real hot. And I wanted you to take your time and tell us about this great business opportunity that I'm already in. Thank you.
Well, what we got going on is something that is smoking hot for New Year's. I mean, it's going right along with everybody's New Year's resolution to focus in on their health, losing weight, and getting their financial weight up. Now, what we have is a company called My Daily Choice. Now, the unique thing about My Daily Choice is they are called the Amazon of the MLM industry, only because they have all these unique brands. Now, some of the things that you and I were talking about is they focus in on something, the unique spray industry, where they have a spray that you put 6 sprays under your tongue daily, and you can lose 7 pounds in less than 7 days. And then they have a crypto course, because crypto, that industry is big, where everybody's focusing in on the crypto industry. But also they have they have a fuel additive, because you and I were just talking about they were raising the fuel tax, the gas tax, and the travel industry is getting big. So they have a fuel additive that you could put in your gas tank, and it will extend the life of your engine and give you at least 15 to extra 20 miles per gallon of gasoline. And it won't hurt your engine, no matter what type of car that you have. Now, these are just some of the brands that this company has. And I'm going to tell you this, they have a compensation plan that will produce a lot of money and infuse a lot of money in the Cleveland area. Now, you and I are looking for 20 people that want to change their lives this year. So this coming Saturday, you and I, Mr. Bibb, are going to be looking for some people that want to see what's going on, and you have a $60 million gentleman that is going to be showing this this opportunity to a lot of people. Mr. Robert Louis Dean Jr., African American gentleman, made $60 million, is going to show this success secret for free this coming Saturday at 3 p.m. And Mr. Bibb has the link. He's going to give it to everybody, but he's looking for 20 people that want to change their lives this year, that want to either lose weight, want to increase their health, or want to get wealthy. So I'm going to tell you this, it's going to happen.
Okay, Mr. Panicus. On Saturday, coming out of Atlanta, Georgia, I'll be Mr. Robert Dean doing a national presentation
That is
of
right.
My Daily Choice.
Yep.
Would you give us that time?
At 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This coming Saturday, the 7th of January, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. We're so excited about it. Here in Cleveland, I'm giving a free luncheon. Just you can come and eat lunch and listen to the #1 multi-level marketer in the United States coming out of Top Gun. So please, please, please jump on this early wave at the beginning of 2020. 2023 with us. And while I'm mentioning 2023, Mr. Panicus, tell us what happened on January 1st, 2023 with my daily choice.
Say that one more time. You broke up, Mr. Bibb. I'm sorry.
I said, tell us what happened on January 1st, 2023 with my daily choice on how we kicked it off with Robert Dean.
Well, this past January 1st, our organization, Top Gun, which stands for Together Overcoming a Poverty Mindset While Getting Unlimited Income Now, we launched with this company, My Daily Choice, and when we launched big. We launched this opportunity, and just in one day, we had 5 people make over $1,000 just in one day with this opportunity. We had one gentleman make over $10,000 in one day. We had a lot of people be able to make enough money to pay their rent just in one day, Mr. Bibb, just with this opportunity, January 1st, and we are just getting started, and this is just the 4th day of the month. This is an opportunity that is changing people's lives just in 4 days so far. This isn't pie in the sky. This isn't one of those fly-by-night things. We're talking about an 8-year-old company that has been around, stood the test of time, but has been flying under the radar, but is looking for some people that want to join the wave. So I'm going to tell you, people need to look at this and people need to see what's going on, because if they miss this one, they might as well go on over there to Carnegie Street and jump on that bridge and jump on off, because they're going to want to kill themselves if they miss this one.
All right.
You all didn't know I knew about Carnegie Street and the bridge, right?
Yeah, well, Mr. Paddock, you forgot we were in business before, and you had rented an apartment in the greater Cleveland area and was here for 6 months just doing multi-level marketing. You are well acquainted with Cleveland, so in early spring or late winter, we'll be expecting you to come over here with this expansion in the Midwest. So I'm with you.
Hey, you almost had me when you said lunch. I was almost there.
Right. I'm glad you said that, because after the luncheon, those who have ever been fair, who like what Robert Dean said from Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Panic is going to be on the Zoom from Detroit, Michigan, ready to sign people up and get them with the big wave.
All right.
So this is going to be really exciting, and I don't think Ms. Candace know that gasoline went up this week and last week. Oh, you did know this, huh? Did you hear that?
I noticed
Mr.
it.
James Panicus and Bishop said he know the gas went up too. But what they both don't know, it's going to keep going up.
Hey, just remember this name, Fuel Factor X. That is what's changing and giving a lot of people relief at the gas pump.
Bishop, I'll get him up to a bishop now. Reverend Ben Fair has a large luxury car. So you better give him the name of that fuel again.
Fuel Factor X, Rev. Bishop, Fuel Factor X. Get Mr. Bibb's website and check out Fuel Factor X.
All right. I think we need that one.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mr. Bibb, for someone that wants to take a peek at what My Daily Choice is before Saturday, how would they get to your website to check it out?
All right. Go right ahead, Mr. Panicus. Tell them how to get to my website.
All right. It is mydailychoice.com/CEBIBBSR. There you go. mydailychoice.com/CEBIBBSR. You go there and you can get a lot of the information before Saturday. And in fact, you could actually get involved and have some people on Saturday and you can actually possibly get some income before next week. We can show you how.
In fact, Mr. James Panic is of Detroit, Michigan. Miss Candace Jones asked me to give you the site, myDailyChoice.com/CEBIBBSR. And I suggest that you go to and look at it before Saturday. So when you hear Robert Dean, the #1 multi-level marketer, you'll know what he's talking about. And I want to thank you. Any other questions, Ms. Candace, Reverend Fair, before Mr. James Panicles leave?
Sharon's on the line. She might have a question.
Oh, Ms. Sharon? Ms. Sharon Pittman?
Yes, Mr. Bibb, I'm here.
All right. Any questions?
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Okay. Since you on the line, do you have any questions about the previous speaker? We'll talk when Mr. Panicles is finished. Let me see. Oh, Mr. Panicles, would you tell Miss Sharon Penman where the headquarters is for My Daily Choice?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Is
Oh,
it
my
now?
goodness. You better say that again.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Uh-oh.
Now, Reverend, 2 reasons I say that. It's always important where the headquarters are, because you want a business that you're doing in a state that has a strong prosecution thing. And in Vegas, you got to have all the laws in place.
Yes.
All of the laws. So if a business is operating in Las Vegas, they're in order.
All right.
It's you coming out of Vegas. And quite naturally, you can go and have you a little fun.
A little fun.
Yeah, and always good food.
Yes.
And if you have real good fun, you get free food. I don't get into that. I have to pay for mine.
Right.
Thank you. 2 things. That's what I wanted to do with the gas. And when we started off New Year's Day, the pro football players was playing football, Mr. Panicles, New Year's Day. You know that, right, Reverend?
Yes.
And we was going in our new business New Year's Day.
All right.
So if you're not making no new money for the new year, you're falling behind.
I know that's right.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Panicles, and look forward to working with you on Saturday.
All right. Bye.
All right, thank you. All right. Very good, very good. Ms. Sharon Penman,
Yes, Mr. Bibb.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you and everyone. How's everyone doing?
And I wanted
Good,
to know,
thank you.
how's your leg doing since you got tripped so you couldn't come in and sing today? That's a little inside fun, information that we want to share with our audience now. First, we'll let you talk about Martin Luther King at Severance. Bring us up to date on that first, please.
Yes, sir. So on Sunday, January 16th, let me get it together. Sunday, January 15th, got my days mixed up. There will be a monumental concert here in Cleveland at Severance Hall, and it will be the Martin Luther King Jr. Celebration Concert. This is going to be held on Sunday, January 15th, 2023, with the Cleveland Orchestra at Severance Music Hall. Tickets are available, and let me tell you what the deal is with these tickets, Mr. Bibb. The concert is actually free, but tickets are required, and they are available on a first-come, first-served basis. Beginning on Saturday, January 7th, that's this Saturday, January 7th at 10 a.m., you can get your tickets through the Severance Hall ticket office in person. You can also get them by phone at 216-231-1111, or you can get them on the phone at 686-1141. You can also get them on that day online at the Severance Hall website, which is www.clevelandorchestra.com. So these tickets, as I said, are on a first come, first served basis, although they are free, but you have to have a ticket in order to be able to get into the concert. All tickets for this performance are typically distributed by noon on the day that they are made available to the public. So that means that they are going to sell out or be just given away that day. There won't be probably any tickets available as of end of business Saturday. So if you want to get those tickets, you have to get ready to get them either online, at the box office of Severance Hall, or on the telephone. There is a limit of 4 tickets per household. So keep that in mind as well. This concert is it's a very important concert in this area. The concert includes music by Black composers Florence Price and William L. Dawson, among several others, as well as Aaron Copland's tribute to the 16th President of the United States, a Lincoln portrait, marking 80 years since its premiere. The concert concludes with the uplifting and powerful hymn, Lift Every Voice and Sing. The Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. 2023 Community Service Awards will be presented as part of the January 15th concert this year. So this is going to be a very, very, very good concert. For those who will not be able to get tickets, the concert will be live streamed on Idea Media Stream. So you can pick that up on WCLV 90.3 or WKSU 89.7 on the day of the concert on the 15th. Mr.
Thank
Bibb?
you, Ms. Shan. Go right ahead.
No, I was just bringing it back to you.
All right. Thank you very kindly. That's some awesome information. And we want our viewing and listening audience, anytime they can have something of that magnitude, we want them to get in. And I heard what you said, make that call early because they run out of tickets every year. They
Yes,
run out
they
of
do.
tickets. Thank you. Won't be no next day for those tickets.
No, sir, there won't.
Okay. Now, Ms. Sharon, I'm going to tell them about the Martin Luther King, the first part, celebration
Yes.
that we did for 25 plus years in the city of East Cleveland. But we're going to join with the United Pastors and Mission. Bishop Larry Macon Sr. has asked all of us to come together under one roof and do a special celebration this year.
Yes.
And would you share with the audience what will be happening on Monday, January 16th, the national holiday itself?
Yes, sir. So this is from the Office of United Pastors in Mission, Cleveland, Akron, Civil Rights Movement 2. They will be hosting a Martin Luther King Day of Service on January 16, 2023. And they're asking for pastors to unite, for Pastors United. Emancipation worship, all clergy and ministers, starting off in unity in 2023. Speaking will be Dr. Macon, Reverend Anthony Small, Dr. McMickle, Reverend Larry Harris, Dr. Rebecca Stitt, Bishop Medina, Bishop Mirabal, and they will have praise dancers and a choir. This will be located at Mount Zion Oakwood Village, 1 Mount Zion Circle, Oakwood Village, Ohio, 44146. Mr. Bibb?
Very good, very good. And we want everybody to be there because
Yes.
this is the first time we've had this kind of a Martin Luther King celebration. All of the leaders coming together and future leaders under one roof with one destination in mind.
Yes.
Thank you very kindly. All right. Reverend Ben Fair,
Yes, sir, Mr. Bibb.
understand you got some more information for us.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What do you do, Mr.
On
Bibb?
what's going on January the 8th with this Sunday coming up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We have, Mr. Bibbs, the Black Political Power. Where is it? It's going to be January 8th at 3 p.m. It's going to be the second, it's going to be at Midtown Tech Hive at 6815 Euclid Avenue. The Black Political Power. Has your vote been taken for granted by both parties? Let's discuss the and strategize on how we regain our collective power. About this event, the date and time. Again, Sunday, January 8th, 2023 at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The location is the Midtown Tech High, 6815 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44103. The solution is a group of individuals that focuses on research and analysis of issues and policies that specifically affect the African American community. Solution often engages in policies and advocacies and work to influence decisions making at the local, state, and federal levels on issues such as racial justice, economic equality, education, and healthcare. Solution also serve as a platform for scholars and experts to share their research and ideas and to provide a space for dialogue and collaboration on issues of importance to the Black community. The last solution is the goal to promote the well-being and advancement of African Americans through the development and dissemination of research based on policy and recognition and advocacy efforts. So those are the agendas that will be on the program on Black Political Power, which will be held on January 8th, this Sunday at 3 p.m. And the location is Midtown Tech Hive, 6815 Euclid Avenue, 44103 is the zip code. Mr. Bibbs.
All right, Reverend, there's a common thread going through January. There are several groups regrouping for 2023
Yes.
with one destination in mind, is change for the better.
Yes. Inform and empower
That's
our
right.
community.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Inform and empower.
Yes, sir.
While you get ready to tell us about what's going on in Illinois with the expungement,
Yes.
I want Ms. Candace Jones, you know we have a business opportunity tomorrow. We do all kind of business. And Ms. Candace Jones is getting ready to go out of town to expand her knowledge on another business. Ms. Candace Jones, would you share with our listening audience and viewing audience what's going on this weekend?
Yes, I will. So we've talked many times about SNAP Delivered. Well, this coming weekend, the SNAP partners have a special event with the CEO of SNAP, Paul Michael. January the 5th will be an executive overview and training company at the Company 7 Barbecue, 6:30 to 8:30, 1001 South Main Street in Inglewood, Ohio. On January the 6th, it's a meet and greet, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Top Golf, 9568 Waterfront Drive, Westchester, Ohio. On January the 7th is the Midwest Regional Event in Dayton Metro Library, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 215 East 3rd Street, Dayton, Ohio. And this is such a privilege that the CEO from SNAP Delivered is going to come to Ohio.
Fantastic.
And anybody is welcome to come to this event. If you know anybody in the Dayton area and they want to know about SNAP Delivered, it's a great opportunity to get a chance to meet the CEO. During one of the days while I'm there, we're going to be going out to restaurants and talking to restaurant owners about SNAP Delivered. We're going to be
Great.
talking to businesses about ERC, the Employee Retention Tax Credit Program. So it's a great opportunity for training and just to get to know more about SNAP Delivered, because SNAP is going to be even expanding more in 2023.
Thank you very kindly. I'm glad that you'll be able to be there to represent us all and to bring back the information. And I want to let you be aware that $26,000 program, $26,000 program,
Yes.
it's on TV now. 3 different companies, Reverend, are telling people how to get the $26,000 if they have employees, 4 or more employees. And the latest one, they do you right on the phone, Miss Kent. They give you a number to call, and they say in 8 minutes they'll be able to tell you how much money you can get back. Now these are people not in the multi-level marketing business. These are big businesses taking advantage of that $1.9 trillion.
Yes, sir.
So this is serious, and like
Serious
Ms.
business.
Candace has told us before, it has a sunset. When the money's gone, it won't be replenished because McCarthy and his boys are taking over the money now. Nancy Pelosi will be out in California taking care of her husband. She won't be passing out any more money. Thank you. Now, Reverend,
Yes, sir.
we have the governor signed an expungement bill here in Ohio, but we don't have the language. But would you share what Mayor Justin Bibb told us about?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Mr. Bibbs. Yes, the bill, the House Bill 288 with Mayor Justin Bibbs. Here in Ohio, thousands of people arrested for minor marijuana-related offenses have long been plagued by trouble getting hired, seeking additional educational opportunities, and more due to misdemeanors on their legal record. As of today, that's about to change. In April, says Mayor Justin Bibb, I announced my plan to expunge the records of more than 4,000 Ohioans convicted of minor marijuana possession cases. Now, thanks to a bill I push for the change our state's expungement laws, which was signed today by Governor DeWine, that plan is about to become a reality, giving those folks a fresh start and removing barriers stopping Ohioans from accessing good jobs and stable housing. So,
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That's the new bill. You can't get a podcast any harder than this. The governor just signed the bill today, and we're talking about it on my podcast today.
Yes, sir.
Next week, we will have the information on what is inside of that bill, everything that's included, what you can get out on and what you can't get out on.
Yes.
We're going to try to get our state representative, Terrence Upchurch, to come in and tell us about it. And we're also having a town hall meeting, Reverend,
That's great.
on Saturday, the 28th of January, at the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Library in University Circle
Yes.
from 2 to 4:30. It's going to be bind over what's happening in Cowley County, the bind over law for Ohio, and how you change the bind over law. And the last thing on that will be explaining to the community of Greater Cleveland the new expungement law. Good news take a long time to get out, so we want to do everything we can to do about it.
That's great.
Thank you very kindly.
Great.
Reverend, did you have anything else you want to say about the expungement? Give us a little taste of what's happening in Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, yes. Okay, just a little bit, Ms. Bibb, if I can. I just give a brief announcement. Illinois Supreme Court paused a plan to eliminate cash bail on the eve before taking effect. So Illinois, the state of Illinois has planned to eliminate the cash bail, which means to laymen that you don't have to pay cash to get a bail. You can get bail through what they call personal bail. So right now it's on pause because because of prosecutors have filed in Illinois has filed a conjunction, and the Supreme Court has made a stay against that bill, but they said that it possibly will take effect in the future.
That's the Illinois Supreme Court.
Illinois Supreme Court, yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Very good report. Thank you, Ms. Candace Jones. 3 of us took the place of 3 other people. You
Sharon.
to have 6.
Sharon was online.
Ms.